Really think about that when we're growing up.
And then the 2 weeks after that I'm in the US.
Satnam, welcome to this video and welcome to my channel if you are new here. I'm Jo, welcome. So this week I thought I'd take you on a little kind of journey through my week as a Kundalini yoga teacher. See the coffee moment. So, well, I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher and a children's yoga teacher, and my children's yoga is, the foundations are in Kundalini. So I thought I'd take you along with me this week. I teach in schools, but all of my Kundalini for adults is all done from home. So I do it via an app called Insight Timer, and also on Zoom as well, so anyone can access those. So if you want to access those, I'll pop a link in the description. Come and join us. Come and join us for a bit of Kundalini, especially if you've never done it before. Or have a go at one of the videos so you know what you're getting into, and then come and join us and practice. So today is Monday, and Mondays are generally kind of, I only teach one class on a Monday, so it's a lot of planning my classes for the week, emailing, invoicing, admin, kind of stuff, and getting myself ready for the week. Yeah, that's basically it. So this morning I have a check-in call with my clients. So I have a program called The Radiant Woman, which is for midlife women. It's a 6-week program, and it's just so transformational. It's just gorgeous, and it goes through not the process, but it goes through supporting women who are going through peri and menopause and are just kind of stepping into a whole new era of their life, and it uses, as well as like teachings and trainings, it uses Kundalini yoga, and it has like short practices. It has a 5-minute, 10-minute and a 20 to 30-minute longer class. You get given those each week, and then they correspond with the themes. So sacred space, claiming your space here on the planet, identity, mind work, body work, that kind of thing. So if you want to know more about that, I'll pop the link to that as well. I don't know when I'm going to be opening that, probably autumn time, because it's running at the moment. We're midway through, so probably autumn I'll open that up again. But if you want to know, you can always join the wait list and come over, because it's a transformational, wonderful program, and that's The Radiant Woman. So I've got my check-in call for that today, and also and then I've got a class, and then I've got to plan my classes for the week, and then I've got I'm meeting up with somebody who's just come off of antidepressants, and they're wanting a little bit of spiritual guidance and some ideas of how to look after their mental health whilst they transition and adjust to being off of antidepressants. I'm going to be meeting them later, and yeah, I'm going to take you along for the week. I hope you enjoyed the Kundalini Yoga Festival vlog. If you've not seen that yet, I'll pop a link to it here, and let me know how that was. And yeah, looking forward to you being with me this week. Or look into more deeply and discover something. And when we go into identity, that's a really big thing, because we don't really think about that. When we're growing up, we have these whole huge identity shifts, and then we might become a mum, or we might become a wife, but we become a label. sort of check in with you at the end of today. So I had my one-to-one Zoom session with a client. I had a face-to-face in-person meet with a client, and I had a big group class teach today. And after that, so my training, my Great North Run training, a couple of weeks ago I went for a 10k run, and then I went to the festival. Didn't do any running at the festival. And then when I got back last week, I did a short run, but I found it a real struggle to land last week. When I came back from the festival, getting back into life was just really tricky, do you know what I mean? And so I did very little training. I went to the gym and did a short session and did a little run, and that was it. I mean, I played netball, but I didn't feel like my netball training. And so, yeah, last week was kind of a bit more just kind of landing back into real life. And so my training kind of went on the back burner. But after my session this afternoon with my one-to-one client, I just felt I needed to move some energy. I just felt that I needed to just get out and shift some energy. And so I went for a half an hour run. And it was a run that I did. It's on the Nike running app, and it's called 30-minute head starts, and every couple of minutes it gives you kind of a thought or something to think about, or asks you a question for you to run with. And I know that I kind of rested for a week or so, but such a good run, and I'm hoping that this week's going to kind of get me back into it a little bit, get me back on my training program, and yeah, just get, because I've got a few things coming up that's going to interrupt my training program. I've got some travelling to do, and yeah, the next couple of months are going to be a little bit up and downy. So yeah, so I'm hoping that that's kind of me getting back into a little bit of my training. So did a run, had a shower, and now I'm just going to finish off some work for this evening, and I'm going to have a little gentle early night. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and so I had a nice quiet evening last night, and just watched some football because we're getting ready for the World Cup. But so to protect my energy as a yoga teacher, so this morning, my mind's all over the place at the moment, let me be clear. So I teach Kundalini yoga, as you know, and I also teach children's yoga and go into schools. So there's a lot of energy up and down in my life, and I have to fiercely protect it. Otherwise, I get run down and I get tired, and I'm not a good teacher if my cup is not filled, if I've not rested enough. And so Monday, so yesterday you were with me, and I had a couple of client stuff, and I had one class to teach from home, and then I went for a run and had a really kind of relaxing afternoon once I got my stuff planned and things and my lessons planned for this week. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are my big busy teaching days. So Tuesday, so today, this morning I was in a nursery doing preschool yoga. Then I have a one-to-one client, and then I have my big group class on a Tuesday evening. So I need a lot of energy for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, so tomorrow, I'm in schools all day. So this week you won't be with me. I'm going to do my teaching in schools vlog. I'm going to do in a couple of weeks, so you'll see that soon. But this week we're just focusing on my Kundalini classes and how I look after myself around those classes as a menopausal midlife woman. And so yes, the main thing is kind of taking time. So like I've got another class coming up in about half an hour. I was teaching in a nursery this morning, then I come home and I've done a little bit of admin, had a coffee, and just taking time and preparing ready for my next client so that I can be present and be focused with them. And it's really easy to get caught up, especially as a business owner, because obviously this is my business. And sometimes it can be hard to switch off and hard to relax and take that time. And it took a long time for me to get to this place where I don't feel guilty about it anymore. I used to feel very guilty, and I felt like you used to have to justify it. I justified it to my partner daily. Like, I need to rest because I've done this. I need to rest because I just need to rest. And resting is the best thing I can do. And I try and rest most days that I'm teaching, I certainly do take rest time, and it is even, I'll lay down with a meditation and have a yoga nidra. So it's a little bit more challenging now that I've got the training as well for the run, but that's just for this little chapter of time. It's not always going to be like this. So yeah, so before my client, I am having a coffee, I am taking a few minutes to center and ground, maybe do a bit of meditation, close my eyes and just get ready. I've already planned the class, that was done yesterday. So I do all my planning in blocks, because I have like kind of when the creativity hits, you get it all done in one go. And so this client that I teach has cerebral palsy. I've been teaching with this person for, it's got to be 12 to 13 years, maybe. It's a long time. And it's very, very fulfilling. He works really hard. He's very focused. He obviously loves how it feels, because he shows up week in, week out. And since COVID, we've done it via Zoom. We used to teach, we used to be in the same room together, but once COVID happened and we went onto Zoom, and that's kind of just fitted him. He has a lot going on in his life, and it actually just suits him to be able to be at home, switch on his laptop and have a yoga session with me, and then switch it off and go on to his next thing, and it works for him. So, and it's, you know, it's just, it fits us. I know that online and distance learning and e-learning doesn't suit everyone, but for a majority of my clients, and for me as a teacher, it actually suits really well. It's a good way of conserving energy, but still be able to impart knowledge and share. If your subtle body is open, you're open-hearted, you can still energetically reach each other, and yeah, so it works really nicely. So that's how my classes on a Tuesday are. There's the evening one, which is on Zoom, and anyone can join that. You can join that, and private clients are on Zoom as well. And so yeah, it works really, really lovely. Do a bit of strength training, because I've not done that for a week, so I need to go and do that, and then I will have a little bit of rest time, maybe do some content creation for my socials for this afternoon, and then I've got my class this evening. Oh, and then I've got a webinar with Parkinsons UK today. I forgot about that. That starts at 6:30, so I'm going to miss the first half of it because of my class. But it's for all of those running the Great North Run and raising money for Parkinsons UK. So if you want to donate to that, I'm going to put the link below. And yeah, I'm running raising money for Parkinsons UK. I thought it was a friend of mine. And so we've got a webinar tonight with all the people who are running it. I guess it's to talk about training and stuff like that, and health and looking after ourselves in the run up to the race. So yeah, I've got that, which will be exciting. So working and teaching and looking after a family can be a little bit tough when trying to eat healthily as well. So once a fortnight, we use HelloFresh. It's just so easy and simple, and you eat different things. And so if having a variety in your diet and eating interesting food and fun food, then this is the way to do it. So this week we've got Malaysian style gulai tumis fish curry, Cajun style prawn and corn chowder, and a simple stovetop veggie nduja mac and cheese. And sometimes we get some freebies, extra freebies. So all of the chilled stuff comes separately, but I do still check, and I put all the chilled stuff in a box in my fridge so that it's easy to grab, because you know which is the HelloFresh stuff and which is my own stuff. But I do also check the bags, because sometimes they put stuff in the bags that really should go in the fridge. So I just always double check them before I put them away in the cupboards. Tomatoes, I like my tomatoes in the fridge. This will all go very lovely into the fridge. It's Isn't pickled red onion the most beautiful thing? Good morning. It's Thursday. I'm just about to teach my second Kundalini class on Insight Timer of the week. So I teach on a Monday and a Thursday, and I'll pop the link below. And it's been a bit of a morning. I went and I did a class for preschool in a nursery I'm in, and then I popped to see my brother because he is home poorly at the moment, waiting on a hip operation. So I popped to see him. And then didn't realise my road was closed, so it took me a while to get back here, and my class is literally in, if I have a look, it's in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, my class. So, and we're doing all about self-expression this week, and if you've never tried Kundalini Yoga, just the most extraordinary practice. It works really deeply on the nervous system, and because we're doing all about self-expression and being able to speak honestly and truthfully, we're doing all about the throat chakra. So it's very powerful, and some of the comments I got from Monday's class was like how powerful it is, because it opens up this ability to express yourself. And we spend so much time not expressing ourselves, you know, biting our tongue and worried about upsetting people, that we don't always say what we truly mean and feel. But if we can do that without the ego being involved, with it being about love and honesty, and if somebody takes something you say in a way that hurts them, it's being able to send them the good vibes, send them the love, and feel no differently about them, but just, it's not about being right or wrong, it's about you speaking your truth. And that's what we're covering in this week's classes. And so Kundalini Yoga is amazing for things like that. Also, yeah, because I've just seen Craig down there and we haven't spoken to each other this morning, hardly, so I'm just going to catch up with him. Notice what you notice.
I was going to film my
yoga practice, but then did my yoga practice and forgot to film it for you. So, but anyway, it's netball evening, it's Thursday, it's netball night. It's our last match, our last league game of the season. We've won the league. Amazing. And I don't deny that I know it's not because of me. I know it's a team effort, but we have some very strong players on our team. So yeah, so really we have won the league, and so today is just kind of like a lovely game to play and have fun and no pressure. I'll try and capture some of it for you, but I'm a bit rubbish at filming because I get so into the game, but I'll try and capture some. If I'm subbed, then I'll try and get some for you. I wanted to share some thought with you though. I came back to team sports 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I decided I needed to do something else for my fitness and something else for connecting with people, and so I came back to netball, and I hadn't played for 30 years. So I hadn't played since I've been at school, and I don't remember it being as fast as it is now. I'm sure it was, but it's certainly, I don't remember it being that fast or as brutal. But yeah, I really love it. I'm so glad I've come back to team sport. And just, you know, do you do team sport? Is there a team sport you want to do or want to try, or do, you know, share with me? Because it's lovely to know that, you know, there's running, there's yoga, there's all of this stuff that's quite solitary. So doing something as a team is really special. And I get nervous before every game, but I always come off feeling great. And okay, it's been great. We've had such a good season. We've won loads, but you know, there are those, even when we weren't winning, I still loved being on the court and having the game. And yeah, so tell me your thoughts on team sports. Are you a woman that plays team sports or thinking about it? Share.
Why aren't you playing anymore, Jo? Because next week I'm out, and then the 2 weeks after that I'm in the US.